Good morning, students. We are going to start our SST 9th class, Chapter 2, Constitutional Design from Political Science, and this is video 7. The assembly was dominated by the Indian National Congress, the party that led India's freedom struggle. But the Congress itself included a variety of political groups and opinions. Maybe it was dominated by the Indian National Congress, but they have also included different political parties and their opinions as the assembly had many members who did not agree with the Congress. In social terms, the assembly represented members from different language groups, castes, classes, religions, and occupations. Even if the constituent assembly was elected by universal adult franchise, its composition would not have been very different. Finally, the manner in which the Constituent Assembly worked gave sanctity to the Constitution. The Constitution Assembly worked in a systematic, open, and consensual manner. Meaning, even if it was not directly elected by the people, but still, the way they adopted or they made the Constitution, that only shows that if would have been elected through the general election and all, so it would be like that only. First, some basic principles were decided and agreed upon. Then, a drafted committee chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar prepared a draft constitution for discussion. Several rounds of thorough discussion took place on the draft constitution clause by clause. More than 2,000 amendments were considered. So it's quite a big thing before adopting and implementing the constitution. It was not amended 1, 2, 3, 10 or 20 or 50 times. It was amended 2,000 times. Okay, the members deliberated for 114 days spread over 3 years. Every document presented and every word spoken in the Constituent Assembly has been recorded and preserved. So, all those when this discussion and debate was going on regarding the Constitution, so to keep its truthfulness and authenticity, it recorded it by writing as well as the audio record was also there, so that if anybody will be challenging that this was not there in the Constitution, so it can be people can listen to it. These are called Constituent Assembly debates. When printed, these debates are 12 bulky volumes. The debates provide the rationale behind every provision of the Constitution, meaning it has given every reason why this law was made. These are used to interpret the meaning of the Constitution. Draft. What is draft? A preliminary version of a legal document. Okay, it is supposed, just think, before writing in a fair notebook, we are writing in the rough notebook. So if any changes need to be made, so it will be done in the rough, and then it will be fair down in the fair notebook, so there should not be any cuttings. So draft is something like that. And what is clause? A distinct section of a document. Distinct section of a document. Thank you so much, students. We'll continue the chapter in the next video. So this is our video 8, chapter 2, Constitutional Design. Guiding values of the Indian Constitution. The dream and the promise. This dream of an India that has eliminated inequality was shared by Dr. Ambedkar, who played a key role in the making of the Constitution, but he had a different understanding of how inequalities could be removed. He often bitterly criticized Mahatma Gandhi and his vision. In his concluding speech to the Constituent Assembly, he stated his anxiety very clearly. Even if he himself had written the Constitution by discussing and debating with others, but still he himself said that the provision of the equality, it is totally not as practical as it seems, and he was having this difference of opinion with Mahatma Gandhi. The dream and the promise. Finally, let us turn to Jawaharlal Nehru at the stroke of midnight on August 15, 1947, when we were declared India as free country. You may have noticed a name missing from the sketches of the makers of the Constitution. That name is Mahatma Gandhi. His name was not there in the Constitution. He was not a member of the Constituent Assembly, yet there were many members who followed his vision, so who were followers of Gandhiji. So because those members were there in the Constituent Assembly, so we can still see Gandhiji's vision and ideologies in the Constitution. Years ago, writing in his magazine Young India in 1931, he had spelled out what he wanted the Constitution to do. Philosophy of the Constitution. Values that inspired and guided the freedom struggle and were in turn nurtured by it formed the foundation for India's democracy. So all those freedom struggle and how we transformed ourselves from subject to citizens, all these experiences become the base or foundation for India's democracy. These values are embedded in preamble of the Indian Constitution. They guide all the articles of the Indian Constitution. The Constitution begins with a short statement of its basic values. This is called the preamble. So the preamble is giving the summary of the Constitution, and from preamble we will able to understand what the rest of the book will be having for us. Taking inspiration from the American model, most countries in the contemporary world have chosen to begin the Constitution with a preamble. So this was first done by America, and it was followed by rest of the world, whoever was writing their Constitution, by maintaining preamble. Now, we, the people of India, the Constitution has been drawn up and enacted by the people through their representatives and not handed down to them by king or any. Therefore, it starts with we, the people of India. Republic, the head of the state is an elected person and not a hereditary position. Sovereign, people have supreme right. Sovereign meaning supreme right to make something supreme, to make a decision on internal as well as external matters. No external power can dictate the government of India. Justice, citizens cannot be discriminated on the grounds of caste, religion, and gender. Social inequalities have to be reduced. It will be there, but it is to be reduced. Government should work for the welfare of all, especially of the disadvantaged groups. Socialist, wealth is generated socially. Wealth, because the wealth is generated socially, so it should be distributed equally among them and should be shared equally by society. Socialist, as you have already read the chapter Russian Revolution, so in that you have studied regarding the socialism, which means that the resources and lands should be divided equally among the people. So we have taken this from Russia. Liberty, there are no unreasonable restrictions on the citizens in what they think, how they wish to express their thoughts, and the way they wish to follow up their thoughts in action. So we should be having the freedom for that. Equality. All are equal before the law. The traditional social inequalities have to be ended. The government should ensure equal opportunity for all. So, when we are talking about equality, it is political equality basically. And regarding the social equality, so it is not only the duty of the government, it is duty of people or the citizen of India that uh, we should create a society where all are equal. Democratic, a form of government where people enjoy equal political rights, elect their rulers, and hold them accountable, responsible. The government is run according to some basic rules. Fraternity, it is the brotherhoodness. All of us should behave as if we are the members of the same family. No one should treat a fellow citizen as inferior. The preamble of the Constitution reads like a poem on democracy. It contains the philosophy on which the entire Constitution has been built. It provides a standard to examine and evaluate any law and action of government to find out whether it is good or bad. It is the soul of the Indian Constitution. This is it, students. Thank you so much. We'll come with another video in another class. Bye bye.